Hi students, this is Viswanath, chemistry faculty for NEET and IIT exams. In last class we completed some of the numericals. Next one is calculate the equilibrium constant for the reaction Zn plus Cd2 plus gives rise to Zn2 plus Cd. Cell standard electrode potential is given E0 cell equal to 0.36 volts. 4 options are given. Equilibrium constant. For this required formula is this one. See here, E cell equal to E0 cell minus 0.0591 by n into log Kc. Here Kc is equilibrium constant. At equilibrium, this E cell becomes 0. Then we can get 0 equal to E cell minus 0.0591 by n into log Kc. From this, we can get this expression. Okay. So here, this is E0 cell. Okay. Now, from this, log Kc equal to, we can get log Kc on one side and remaining terms on the other side. Substitute E0 cell value that is given in the question, 0.36 into 2 divided by 0.0591. From that Kc we can calculate, that is this one. So option C is the suitable answer for this question. In this way, equilibrium constant we can calculate by knowing E0 cell value. Next question. What is the maximum possible electrical work that can be obtained from the cell under the standard conditions at 298 Kelvin? Cell representation is given zinc converted to Zn2 plus and Ni2 plus converted to nickel, and zinc reduction potential value minus 0.76 volts and nickel reduction potential value minus 0.25 volts is given. Here possible electrical work, that is nothing but delta G naught. So electrical work W equal to delta G naught. That delta G naught we can calculate by using this formula. Electrical work W equal to delta G naught, that equal to minus NF E0 cell. Here N is number of electrons involved, 2 electrons are involved. F is Faraday, 96,500 coulombs, and E0 cell, this value we can calculate in this manner. E0 cell equal to E cathode minus and E anode. So here cathode is nickel and anode is zinc. So substitute the reduction potential values, we can get E0 cell, substitute that value here, and finally we can get electrical work, that is minus 98.430 kilojoules. So this is the answer for this. Next, numerical related to molar conductivity. Molar conductivity is at infinite dilution, that is nothing but limiting molar conductivity. Already we know that molar conductivity at infinite dilution is called limiting molar conductivity of NH4Cl, NaOH and NaCl are given 129.8, 217.4 and 108.9 ohm inverse centimeter square mole inverse respectively. If the molar conductivity of a centimolar solution of NH4OH is 9.33 ohm inverse centimeter square mole inverse, then what is the percentage dissociation of NH4OH at this concentration? Also calculate the dissociation constant for NH4OH. Now see this one. Limiting molar conductivity of NH4OH we should calculate, because percentage dissociation of NH4OH we should calculate. For that purpose we need limiting molar conductivity of NH4OH. For this we can use Kohlrausch law, indirect method. NH4OH is a weak electrolyte. To calculate limiting molar conductivity of weak electrolyte, we can apply Kohlrausch law. From this Kohlrausch law, limiting molar conductivity of some other electrolytes we can use to get this value. Here suitable electrolytes are NH4Cl, NaOH and NaCl. By limiting molar conductivity of these values, we can get limiting molar conductivity of NH4OH, and degree of dissociation formula alpha equal to limiting molar conductivity at given concentration divided by limiting molar conductivity at infinite dilution. So this value is given in the question 9.33. Substitute that value here, and then this value, if we substitute here, then we can get degree of dissociation 0.039 or 3.9%. Now come to the next one. Dissociation constant we need for this decomposition of NH4OH is ammonium hydroxide NH4OH gives rise to NH4 plus OH minus ammonium ion and hydroxide ion. Initial concentrations, consider NH4OH initial concentration is C molar, initially no products, that's why 0 molar. After some time, C alpha moles of reactant is converted to products. So NH4 plus ion C alpha, OH minus ion C alpha, same amount of concentration is decreased from NH4OH concentration, that is C minus C alpha. Take C as common, we can get C into 1 minus alpha. For this reaction, dissociation, if we write equilibrium constant expression Kc equal to product of concentrations of the products divided by concentrations of the reactants. Here these are the products. So NH4OH concentration into OH minus ion concentration divided by NH4OH concentration, that equal to substitute these values C alpha square divided by 1 minus alpha. Here in the question they give centimolar solution, that means concentration equal to m by 100, that equal to 0.01 mole per liter. Now alpha equal to 3.39%, already in the previous step we calculated. So that we can write 3.9 divided by 100, that equal to 3.9 into 10 power minus 2. Degree dissociation constant Kc equal to, substitute these values. C means this value, alpha means this value, substitute in that, we can get Kc. Dissociation constant Kc equal to 1.57 into 10 power minus 5 moles per liter. Next, numericals related to Faraday's law. This one also important in this chapter. Two Faraday's laws are there. Faraday's first law, Faraday's second law. Now see the related numericals. How many coulombs are required for the reduction of 1 mole of MnO4 minus to Mn2 plus? 1 mole of MnO4 minus ion converted to Mn2 plus, how much charge is required? For this dissociation, suitable equation is MnO4 minus plus 8H plus 5E minus gives rise to Mn2 plus 4H2O. This conversion takes place in presence of acidic medium and 5 electrons are involved. For 1 mole of MnO4 minus conversion needs 5 moles of electron. Here oxidation number of manganese in this plus 7, here plus 2, that means difference is plus 5. So 5 moles of electrons are required to reduce 1 mole of MnO4 minus ions. See this, quantity of electricity required for the reduction of 1 mole of MnO4 minus to Mn2 plus is quantity of electricity, that is nothing but charge Q equal to N into F, that equal to N means number of moles, 5 into F means Faraday, 96,500 coulomb per mole. So finally we can get charge in terms of coulombs, that is 4.825 into 10 power 5 coulombs. Next, an acidic solution of Cu2 plus ions containing 0.4 grams of Cu2 plus ions is electrolyzed until all the copper is deposited. Calculate the volume of oxygen evolved. Volume of oxygen evolved at STP. Okay, so this is the given data. These are the options. Now see this one. For this redox reaction is this one. H2O undergo ionization and form H plus and oxygen gas and releases 2 electrons. Cu2 plus ions absorb that 2 electrons. That means Cu2 plus ions undergo reduction by accepting that 2 electrons into copper metal. So overall reaction is this one, Cu2 plus H2O gives rise to Cu plus 2H plus half O2 gas. Here gram equivalence of copper, if we calculate, that is atomic mass of copper divided by its valency, that equal to 31.75 grams. As per the equation, here 1 equivalent means in terms of grams, 31.75 grams of Cu2 plus ions evolve oxygen gas at STP equal to, this is half mole. Half mole means how many liters? 11.2 liters. In terms of milliliter, 11,200 milliliter, that is equal to 11,200 cubic centimeter. Here cc means cubic. Now in the question, 0.4 grams of Cu2 plus ions evolve oxygen gas at STP. We should calculate. Do the cross multiplication. 0.4 into 11,200 divided by 31.75, that equal to 141 cc. So this much amount of Cu2 plus ion evolve this much volume of oxygen. So this is the answer. Option is last. Remaining questions in the next part we will discuss.